Hi everyone, I'm Jinger Adams, the spokesperson for Provo Craft and for Cricut. And I'm really excited today because I want to talk to you about how to cut vinyl. Now, in this month's issue of the Cricut magazine, there's a lot of different topics, but one of my favorite ones is teaching you how to cut vinyl. There's a lot of great projects that are shown. You know, vinyl is a lot of times used for home decor because it's adhesive and then it peels off easily once you're done with it. And I get asked everywhere I go, Jinger, is it hard? How do I cut it? Because I know if you guys are like me, you're used to using your Cricut for all of your paper, your vellum, those kind of things for your card making, your scrapbooking. But I promise you, vinyl's easy to cut, and once you start doing it, you're going to get hooked. So check out the Cricut magazine this month because there's some great projects. But what I want to do today is show you how to quickly do a little lunchbox. Another great thing about vinyl too is it's kind of like a sticker. So it's not going to get bent and crushed like a paper would. So should we get started? Now, what I've got here is the new Anniversary Expression 2 machine, and this machine is super easy to use when you want to cut something like vinyl because it has a feature built right into the machine that can remember the setting for you. Now, when you cut cardstock, I usually recommend to have things on the highest pressure, highest speed, and the highest blade depth. So max, and 6. But here's what you need to remember when you cut vinyl. The 3 3s. So you want your blade pressure to be on 3, your blade depth to be on 3, and your blade speed to be on like medium, which is also kind of a 3. So here we go. I've selected my image and I've selected my size and it's already on my screen. And I've already loaded my mat because what I want to show you is how it's already pre-programmed to cut vinyl in your Anniversary Edition 2 machine. So now that I'm going to just press cut, and what happens is the machine settings come up before it starts cutting. And this is set right up here on medium paper, but I want to cut vinyl. So I'm going to select my arrow and I'm just going to simply scroll down over here on the side and you're going to see it says vinyl or kiss cut. I'm going to select that, and what happens is right here my speed changes to 3, my pressure changes to 3, and it stays on multi-cut. I'm going to press cut, and then it's going to ask me to cut one more time on this screen. And what I love here is it asks for your original blade and it asks for a 4. Now, whoever did the settings on this machine before I got here liked their machine for vinyl set on 4. I always like mine set on 3. So I'm just going to make sure that it's set on 3 and then I'm ready to go. So I'm going to press cut and the machine's going to do its magic. Okay, now that the machine is finished cutting, I'm just going to unload my vinyl. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and turn my machine off and set it to the side. Now, besides having your settings a certain way on the machine, there's a few other features that I want to show you of how to apply the vinyl onto your project. So once it's cut, I'm just going to peel it right off of my mat, just like I would my cardstock. Next, I want to take the image and I'm just going to cut it out of my vinyl. Now, the next step I want to do is remove the excess pieces from my vinyl image that I'm not going to want to use on my project. I have my little Cricut toolkit here, which I love because this fabulous little tool inside of it, it kind of looks like something that you would see at the dentist's office, but this is fantastic for this next step. This step is called weeding, and what we want to do is we want to weed out the excess layers of what we don't want to go on our project. And so you just gently kind of use this tool to kind of lift off that, and then once you kind of get it started, it just peels really easily. So you can kind of see it's just taking all of the different pieces off. So again, this is called weeding, and you want to take off the excess inside, and you also want to take off the excess outside. Anything that you don't want to be on your project is what you want to weed out of there with this little tool. So you can see I'm going to take all that off. Now, one reason we changed the settings on the machine And what we call a kiss cut is if I turn this piece of vinyl over, you'll notice that the blade didn't go all the way through, which is really important. You don't want the blade to go all the way through onto the transfer material. That's why it's called a kiss cut, because it cut the vinyl, but it didn't cut all the way through. Okay, so I've already got a piece of vinyl that's completely weeded. And the next thing you're going to want to do is take what we call transfer tape. And transfer tape just comes in a roll, and it's usually sold right next to your vinyl. You're going to peel the adhesive backing off of the transfer tape, and this is the fun part. My daughter always calls this the fun part. Once you get that adhesive backing off, so you're just going to take that. You're going to take the part that's kind of the thicker and just piece and just put it to the side. And then you want to put that adhesive backing transfer tape right over the image. And then again, I'm going to take my little toolkit, or you can just take the, the great big popsicle stick, I like to call it, that comes inside of it. So you can take either one of these tools. I'll take the popsicle stick, and you just want to rub it really good over the entire image, and you can kind of see the image transfer up onto that transfer tape. And this is the most important step besides what your settings are. If you try to just peel that vinyl off by itself, it's going to just crumple up and stick to each other. It's a lot more sticky and a lot more pliable than just a sticker would be. So once you've kind of rubbed over that entire image, this is the great part. This part is where the image just transfers right onto that transfer tape for you. And now you can easily put it onto whatever you want. And so if you're doing something that's, a home decor item, and you need to transfer it onto a wall, the transfer tape is kind of semi-opaque, so you can see through it, so you can actually see where that's going to go on your wall. So I'm going to take my cute little pink lunchbox here. I'm just going to place that down. And again, I can kind of see through it, so I'm just going to place that right there on the lunchbox. And then again, you're going to take that popsicle stick and just rub, 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 rub over it. And then you can peel that transfer tape right off, and you can see it just comes off beautifully, perfect and easy. And there we go. So there it is. And then you know what, I've just had some fun and decorated it, put another little vinyl flower on it, and it's ready for snacks or for lunch for my daughter for this year at school. So you guys, vinyl's easy to do, it's fun to use, but remember the 3 threes: blade pressure, blade depth, and blade speed, the 3 threes, and then also remember to use transfer tape. I hope you enjoyed it.